Surrey, and I live very close to the North Downs Way, and I've run up and down it an awful lot. It's just really beautiful. It can be hilly, it can be flat, and it can be muddy, it can be dry, so it's my favourite place to go out. I discovered it when I was training for the Marathon des Sables. I needed to do lots and lots of running, and I bought lots of OS maps and just found some trail running routes, took the maps in my bag, I went out running and discovered it. Everything when I'm running. Sometimes, because I run for a very, very long time, sometimes I have music to distract myself, or audiobooks, radio, and other times I like to think about the races I've got ahead, try and plan that. I often think about what I'm having for dinner and food a lot of the time. So I mean, it's a time for me just to kind of go through lots of things in my mind. I run about 5 to 6 times a week. Its averages, depending on what I've got in my race diary. I cater my mileage for my race diary, but I kind of average about 50 miles a week. So next I've got a race called Man v Horse, where runners race against 50 horses. I've got Chicago Marathon, which is where I'm going to finish the 6-star World Marathon Majors. And I've also got, I think I've got another ultra marathon coming up, a 50 miler towards the end of the year. For me, one of my favourite places to run is along coast. I like running along coastal paths. I like being by the sea. So I try to find races which take me to coastal paths and running around islands and things. I think I'm lucky enough to be running with the people I really enjoy running with. So I run a lot with my husband, and there's a core set of friends who we tend to go out and do races and things together, running trips. And so it's always them. I'm comfortable running with them. So there are a few. When I first started ultra running, there were hardly any ladies who did it, and there's one particular lady called Mimi Anderson, and I found her blog online, and she was just incredible, a really, really incredible ultra runner, and I've actually met her since, and she's such a really lovely lady. So if you want to go into ultra running, don't be intimidated by it. It's actually more accessible than you think. The things which will be different to running, say, a marathon or a half marathon are you have to really, really know your nutrition. So you have to work out what it is you can eat whilst you're running. You have to have proper food. So figure that out. And most ultra marathons are along trails. So get used to running on the trails. So there are a few ultra marathons which would be great to start with. There's a company called X Energy. They do ultra marathons which are multi-stage, so they're day on day. You can do one day, you can do more than one day. But the great thing about them is they are open to walkers and runners, so there's no cut-off time to run against, so you don't have that pressure. So for me, they were my first race, and I ran, and I figured if I couldn't run anymore, I could walk it to the end, so it's a great place to start. So the best thing to avoid injury, I've discovered by finding out the hard way, is it's really, really important to do cross training. When you're sort of doing quite high mileage, you've got to keep your body in check and your core in check. So I try and do a lot of cross training, and I also try and do some yoga. I'm not the greatest person at stretching, and I find when I do hot yoga once a week, that kind of helps me keep on top of all the niggles.